this is going to be a little share about me and my story and who I am. Well, grew up in Portland, Oregon, and I've been a musician my whole life. Multi-instrumentalist and singer, songwriter. Had many bands and toured all over the country many times, doing like indie rock in Europe a few times too. And I did not grow up in a religious family. In fact, my parents were kind of like hippies. They used to live on a commune before I was born, but I had a pretty normal upbringing. And actually their sort of viewpoints and where they came from and their lifestyle led me to want to be more normal. I was always very resistant to religion my whole life and considered myself fiercely agnostic, in the sense, not necessarily atheist, but agnostic. And I didn't believe in anything outside of physicality. And then really right before quarantine and COVID happened, a number of things happened in my life. My band was actually starting to get some success, and had a relationship with someone very briefly that I thought was like the one, and then kind of all that stuff, just the relationship fell apart, and the music thing actually it wasn't making me feel any better. It was just stressing me out more. And I hit this point where I realized, I was like, none of the answers are outside of myself. I really need to look within, and I just had to halt everything, and I kind of just laid down for a year. And then I got really into Abraham Hicks because I heard her talking on YouTube, and I didn't understand what she was saying when she first said it. It was just like, sounded like garble, but it felt a certain way. And then I kept listening to it, and I was like, whoa, this makes a lot of sense. And that was really the beginning of my spiritual journey. And I ended up leaving Los Angeles and moving to Sedona for a year, working as a psychic in the top psychic centers, and all these sort of, unfoldings happened naturally. Like my gifts just came online, and I realized that intuition is something that I've always been really passionate about, and I basically started to study it and test it. So that's why I'm on here sharing the stuff, and because it's been intuition and has really been all I've been thinking about for the last 5 years. And this whole journey has led me to an incredible amount of meditation. I actually did yoga for like 12 years. I still do it, but I did yoga for like 12 years. And then once COVID happened, there was nothing to do. I started meditating for like 5 hours a day. And my whole journey has pretty much been sober. So I've just meditated a lot. And the more you do that, the more I've done that, the more I just want to share love with everyone. And I'm coming to a place now where I started doing these sing-alongs called Harmony, because I really I want to do concerts and sing and still do music, but I didn't want it to be a separated experience. So actually this last year, I just hit the road and started doing them, and I started doing donation-based concerts, which it was kind of crazy. Basically every time I was in a city and I ran out of money, and I would have to go back, and I'd be like, okay, I'm gonna go get a normal job. Instead, I just went on the road, and I did 3 tours this last year. I basically toured about half a year. I think I did like 45 to 50 shows. Pretty much all of them are donation based. And it's Harmony is really like just a ceremony of light and upliftment, and group singing, and can also be energy work. And it's the celebration and the worship of joy and relief, without any dogmas or religions or anything attached to it. Not that I'm against any religions or anything like that, but I just wanted to make something that was really pure. So I've been doing that the last year, and now I'm back in Portland for the winter, and I've just been practicing and meditating and getting myself ready to do more of these events and creating more content online, sharing my own views, and my main intention with all these videos and everything I've made is literally to share love, which is why at the beginning of every video I just go love, because even if it's just subconscious and very small, that's the energy and the message that I want to send out to as many people as possible. And that's really my purpose. My intention is to share as much love and joy and coming together. That's pretty much it. So tell me about your journey. Write something in the comments. Okay, love you all. Bye bye.